Pedro Rodriguez Filho, known as Padrino Matador, Killer Petey, and Lil Pedro Killer, is a prolific Brazilian serial killer who targets and murders over 100 criminals between 1967 and 2003. Dude was busy. He feels his first urge to kill at 13, is enveloped by it, completely consumed by it, and then acts upon it shortly thereafter. You ready for this one? Let's do this. But first, a quick look at the killers I've covered so far. Hi there, my name's Misha. Welcome to All Things True Crime, or welcome back if you're a regular. If you enjoy this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss my next video. That's All Things True Crime. I'm going to butcher these, but here we go. Pedro was born July 17, 1954, on a farm in Santa Rita do Sapucaí, which is in the southernmost part of the state of Minas Gerais in southeastern Brazil. While his mother is pregnant with him, her and his father get into a fight, and his father kicks her in the stomach. What a nice guy. Swell dude. He's a keeper. So this kick bruises Pedro's skull while in the womb. What a scumbag, right? He continues to abuse Pedro throughout his childhood. No surprise there, the man started before he was even born. So that's really all we know of Pedro's early years. Next time we see him, he's 13 and feels the urge to murder well up inside him, like something fierce. So one day out in the sugarcane fields, he gets into a fight with one of his older cousins. They start pushing each other, and Pedro attempts to end his cousin by shoving him into either a sugarcane press or a sugarcane harvester, which is similar to a combine harvester. So lots of moving blades. Yikes. He is unsuccessful in murdering his cousin. And that is that, I guess. When Pedro is 14, his father is a school guard who gets accused of stealing food from the school kitchen. As a result, the deputy mayor fires him. In retaliation for this, Pedro takes one of his grandfather's shotguns and just blows the deputy mayor away right in front of City Hall. Just takes him out. Chaplow. Then he hunts down and does the same to the other school security guard, who Pedro believes is the actual thief. His dad may be an abuser, but Pedro is loyal to him for some reason. Dang, 14 years old, blowing a guy away with a shotgun. Wow. He, of course, knows he can't go home at this point, so he hides out in Mogi das Cruzes, a municipality or county in the Brazilian state of Sao Paulo. It's at this point he is on his own at 14. He needs food and shelter, though, right? And also he wants to make a name for himself because he's completely alone. So he begins robbing drug houses and murdering all kinds of traffickers, drug traffickers, people traffickers, weapon traffickers, sex traffickers. You traffic, he kills you. Simple motto. Not long after his self-inflicted exile, he meets Maria Aparecida Olympia, who is affectionately called Botina, and they eventually move in together. He then takes on the roles of those he murders, so he becomes a criminal and begins taking out his rivals. He gets his girlfriend pregnant, but before the baby's born, she is murdered by one of Pedro's rivals. That's ruthless, man. He must have pissed somebody off good. I mean, I know cartels and the like are super brutal, but dude, if I was in his shoes and that happened to me, I'd go nuts and bodies would drop. It would be a bloodbath. I mean, just saying. So the shootout that resulted in Maria dying is an instance where Rodriguez is in over his head, and he narrowly escapes with his own life. He is still a child at this time, right? He's like not even 18, so that makes a difference too. He's not a skilled, hardened criminal quite yet. So after he escapes, he gets things settled down, establishes himself, develops a plan, and then recruits some soldiers to build his army with one goal in mind: revenge for the murder of Maria and their unborn child. Hate to say it, but good for him. I don't blame him. I know we have to be better than that, and that's what makes a society, right? We can't all run around murdering each other and getting revenge. However, I will say I get it. As a married man with a baby, I get it. I would be tempted to take matters into my own hands as well. Would I? Well, I'm not going to answer that. So he recruits a bunch of soldiers and sets up his business. Then, with it all in place, he goes nuts. Like I said, bodies drop. He goes on a rampage. He tortures, he murders a bunch of enemies while trying to find the ones that are actually responsible. He doesn't even care. He just starts taking people out. He finally finds the gang leader responsible, and he targets him and his cronies during a wedding party. Pedro and a few of his soldiers, four of them, show up at the party and murder seven, while leaving an additional 16 wounded. He's still not even 18 years old yet. Pretty sure he left a message with that one. Months later, he hears from his favorite cousin that her boyfriend got her pregnant and refuses to marry her. He grabs a pistol, pays the guy a visit, and shoots him to death right there at his house. Plow. Guy's crazy. A little while later, he learns that his father has murdered his mother. That's a big development. So he pays him a visit in the city jail. He's already been arrested, so he pays him a visit in jail. While they're just chit-chatting, he whips out a machete, because we can all hide those in our pants, and he stabs his father 22 times, proceeds to rip out his heart, take a bite, and then spit it at his father in his face, and then dismember him. Okay, well, I guess the jail guards were either corrupt or too afraid to try and stop it. Just gonna look over here while that happens. Don't want to get dismembered myself. I like my heart to stay inside my body. Thank you very much. He's finally arrested for the first time on May 24th, 1973, at 19 years old, after murdering many drug dealers, gang leaders, and members, and people that just crossed him and crossed those that he loves. Shortly after his arrest, Pedro was placed in a police car or prison transport car of some kind. Somehow, when the guards aren't in the vehicle or aren't paying attention, he manages to murder the rapist sitting next to him without the guards even noticing. Now, either he's just that good after murdering loads of people, or the guards pretended to not hear him strangle the man to death in the back seat. Just saying. When they ask him about it, he says he did it just simply because the man was a rapist. No other reasoning needed. Yikes. While in prison, he proceeds to murder 47 fellow inmates. Yes, 47. 47. Yikes. Often, his motivation is to murder criminals since that is what he did on the outside, right? It's just ingrained in him at this point. He's already killed like 50 people, so, This causes the general population in the prison to basically hate him, but also fear him. Not all fear him, though, and one time he is attacked by a group of 5 prisoners. He manages to murder 3 of them during this fight, and then seriously injure the other 2. Now, who in the heck is this guy? How does he manage to do that? Is he the Brazilian Chuck Norris or something? I mean, dude, he's one scrappy SOB, that's for sure. Dang. So he admits that it is thrilling for him to murder inmates. He calls it wonderful and satisfying. What a weirdo. Creepy. He doesn't always murder other inmates due to them being criminals, though. One time, he just murders his cellmate for snoring too much. That's it. Like, you're done snoring forever, dude. That's it. He is initially sentenced to 126 years, but due to Brazil's law, he can only serve the maximum sentence of 30 years. 30 years for 100 murders. Due to the murders he commits in prison, his sentence is increased to nearly 400 years, but he only serves in another 4 years for those 47 murders committed in prison. So he's released in 2007. Somebody like that should never, ever, ever, ever see the light of day. But okay, he's released in 2007. Wonderful. A free man. No pleas. He's crazy. So he has a tattoo on his left arm that reads, "I kill for pleasure." Crazy. Psychopath. He lives as a free man from 2007 until September 2011. when he's arrested and convicted of riot and false imprisonment. He is sentenced to 128 years for these crimes. Brazil used to have a law that stated they could hold a psychopath in prison indefinitely. I guess kind of like a life sentence. For some reason, they repealed it though, and he's released again in 2018. For many in his community and nearby communities, he is considered a hero for murdering criminals. Okay. That makes Brazil one messed up place. I mean, yes, criminals are bad and should be punished. Yes, he didn't target innocent people or, children or whatever. However, murder's murder and murder's wrong. He wasn't defending anyone. That would be justifiable homicide, not murder. He committed cold-blooded murder over 100 times. Psychiatrists and criminologists have diagnosed him as the perfect psychopath, a sociopath, one having paranoia and antisocial behavior. He's definitely an Avenger vigilante type serial killer, probably a mission-oriented serial killer. The reports say he possesses great intelligence and a near photographic memory, whose identity was built on all of his murders. So when he's arrested in 2011 and convicted of riot and false imprisonment, who's he stashing away in his basement or wherever? I mean, the dude is abducting folks and torturing them or something? What? This is someone who won't stop until death, is my guess. I mean, really? Just stop killing people, will you? Stop it. Stop it. So that's all for this episode of Serial Killers. If you enjoyed this video, please take a quick second to like it and subscribe to my channel, All Things True Crime. The subscribe button is right below the video. That way you won't miss my next video. I upload every Tuesday. On the next episode of Serial Killers, we are going to learn all about Carl Panzram, a prolific American serial killer, pederast, rapist, child molester, arsonist, robber, and burglar, dude was busy, who claims to have committed 21 murders and over 1,000 acts of sodomy of boys and men. While only 5 of his confessed murders could be confirmed, he is suspected of murdering more than 100 men in the United States alone, as well as several murders overseas. Yikes. Until next time, stay safe.